being in the middle of all of this, knowing that the system's kind of rigged against people of color, um, lots of students had questions about challenges. So maybe not so much the first question because law injustice is what you do, but for the other ones, do you ever feel like quitting? Do you ever feel like you're fighting something that's impossible? And they kind of just want to know, who makes up your support system? How do you handle people who you're up against, and how do you keep finding motivation to keep fighting?
Yeah, these are fantastic questions. And in fact, when I read the list of questions, it did my heart good because it shows that we are engaged as youth. I have wanted to give, I am probably one of the most educated, certified. I mean, I have too many accomplishments. I can't even keep up with them. I can make a lot of money. In fact, I do pretty well, but I've had this little part of me that can't give up. Even though I want to go out, I want to be rich, but I don't want to be rich because I don't like money. But at the same time, I want power. And in order to have power, you have to have wealth, right? And so I have to keep going, even though the system itself has shown me that I am never going to be powerful enough or strong enough to make the real impacts that I want to make, right? Um, Seeing to it that justice is done on a wide scale, that people who look like me and from my community are raised in the same environment I was in don't suffer any more discrimination. It seems so impossible because there's just so much of it. There's so many more poor people in this system than there are people with resources. And so the system is constantly bringing people in and bringing people out. And if you don't take care of yourself, you will suffer mental health issues. Simple fact of the matter is, if you don't have a good support system, if you're not doing any things that are healthy and positive to cope with what you're experiencing, it will chew you up and spit you out the way that it does people who go through it as defendants. You're looking at me now, right now, I weigh about 220. Why does that, why do you care about what I weigh? Because just a year and a half ago, I weighed 285 pounds. Okay. I was very close to 300 pounds. I was pre-diabetic. I suffered anxiety attacks that made me feel like I was going to have a heart attack. I called the ambulance so many times because I thought that I was literally about to die, when in reality, it was just my anxiety. My depression was so bad that I would just lay in bed and cry, clean up my face, go to court, win, because I'm very good at court, get to the office. I had staff. I would work with my employees, give people assignments, do everything I needed to do, go home, cry some more. It was just always depressing, right? So, and if you get into this work, if you get involved in the struggle, you are going to have to give up of yourself. You're going to suffer, right? But if you surround yourself with the right people, with the right encouragement and the right support, that can mean all the world. And so what I've done is, my network are only people who are professionals, who are positive thinkers, and people who are engaged in the struggle. We keep each other up. How you doing? We do check-ins, we work out together, we go golfing together. I'm incredibly bad at golf, right? But golf is one of those things, and it's kind of crazy because when I was your age, if I heard myself say this, I would think I was a nut, right? Golf is one of the most relaxing things you're going to be able to find yourself doing, even if you're not good at it, right? So a lot of the things that we are thinking now, I'm going to tell you, I thought wellness was a white thing, right? The meditations, the affirmations, um, the health, like eating the way that we eat, all of those things. I thought, it was white, like I that's white stuff. When in reality, we all need to do it. So I urge everybody to come up with at least one thing that is healthy for you, that you just would love to do, and that you would do it whether you were paid to do it. Uh, if you had to pay to do it, you would do it, right? find that one coping mechanism and make sure that you keep that in your back pocket. And whenever you feel yourself stressed, whenever you feel yourself overwhelmed, do that thing. Surround yourself with a support system. You are the average of the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. Think about your best friends. Okay, if your best friends are nobodies or are going nowhere, and you know that now, right? You know who is intent on making something of themselves and who is intent on not making something of themselves. If you put yourself with people who are going places and who want better for themselves, automatically you are going to be thinking better. You're going to be thinking of positioning yourself in a better way. You're going to be thinking of making better decisions. But if you put yourself with people who are not going anywhere, you're going to be the average of the people you spend the most time with. Okay, so my people, the people I spend time with, are people who are either already where I want to go or people who want to go where I'm headed and are slightly ahead of me in that journey. That way, I'm the average of what is better than me. Does that make sense? Right. So I want to make sure that I drive that point home because your network almost completely will determine what opportunities you're able to access once you get out into the profession, once you're looking for jobs and looking for ways to make money.
And you just speak so much truth. This is what teachers have been trying to tell kids for years. But coming from you, it resonates so much more